Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my The 100 Season 7 Episode 9 The Flock review. This episode feels extremely different in tone to Episode 8, which was purposely done for sure, but still does a good job at keeping you entertained even if it isn't as exciting as last episode was. So for this review, instead of moving chronologically, I'll cover the events on Bardo first, then I'll move on to the events on Sanctum. So we return to 3 months before Clark arrives on Bardo, with the story of Hope, Dioza, Octavia and Echo unfolding over these 3 months, and the training process to turn them into brain-dead disciples taking place. We open with Anders showing the new recruits the surface of Bardo, with us getting a decent look at the Bardoans, being described as 10 feet tall and having very superior technology, being defeated by their final war. The war that the disciples are preparing for. So the majority of our stay on Bardo really just covers the training, with us learning that a large part of the training is designed to rile up the group, with Anders succeeding with Hope only really needing to mention Dev to do so. Quickly learning that it isn't our group's abilities that need to be trained, rather their minds, to fight for all of mankind rather than each other. Practically the end of the world version of communism, with Anders telling Dioza, "It's not your baby, it's our baby." The group goes through many simulations, including a fear simulation designed to break bonds, with Echo being the only one who passed, and with Hope trying to kill Anders as we learn later on. Also, children on Bardo are grown in pods rather than born naturally, with only a certain amount of disciples being alive at any one time due to limited resources on Bardo. We also learned that throughout study of what happened to the Bardoans, a bioweapon called Gem 9 was synthesized, the same thing that wiped out the Bardoans, and they keep it stored safely in the bunker where the last of humankind lives. That's a bloody great idea, mate. Echo is almost reverting to Season 3 and 4 Echo, shooting everyone else so she can hit a target and win a challenge. So it quickly becomes clear that Echo is the most dedicated and Hope is by far the least dedicated, with Dioza and Octavia falling somewhere in the middle. Also, Levtavia fans will be very happy, with us getting a Levitt and Octavia scene. I expected this scene to actually be a part of a simulation that Octavia had failed, but no, apparently not. This brings us to the final test for our group of disciples, with us getting simulations. First we see Hope planning to destroy the oxygen farm on Bardo, going to Echo for help to do it, which you realise is immediately a simulation. Why would she go to Echo? That would be the last of the group I would go to, but this leads to Echo killing Hope. But I think they did this first to make us realise that maybe that's the reason Hope wasn't in the last episode at the end, because Echo killed her, which for a split second they had me, admittedly. We then see Dioza kill Hope, same simulation and pass. Then the same with Octavia killing Hope. Then with Hope failing, not killing Dioza and failing her last challenge. Then Anders gives Echo the choice of the punishment for Hope, with everyone except for Hope passing disciple training, with her deciding on 5 years on penance, which I mean, fantastic friend, just awesome. But that gives us the explanation of where Hope was, as she is probably already through most of her 5 years on penance, but simply isn't a disciple yet. Now let's move on to Sanctum. It was a much smaller part of the episode than Bardo was, but contained some of my favourite scenes. We return to where we were with Nikki holding Amori and Maddie hostage, requesting that Russell, Murphy and Raven come to the palace, with Indra returning from her search, telling Murphy that everyone is gone, and there is definitely still no sign of Gaia. So as a last resort to save Amori, Indra and Murphy, they're forced to go to Shadeheader and make a deal for 30 minutes outside and someone to play chess with, which feels about as beneficial as the deal Crowley made for his soul in Supernatural, but he was clearly playing them in order to take control of one crew, as we learn later on. Murphy and Amori are forced to tell the truth about not being primes, with Russell jumping in, maybe enjoying pissing off the followers a little too much, but with our cockroach Murphy becoming a hero to save Amori. What's that famous line, "You either die a cockroach or live long enough to see yourself become a hero"? Pretty sure that's how it goes. Indra bursts in, saving the day though, with Shadeheader getting the key to his chains, and Indra leaving Shadeheader to deal with the Believers. J.R. Bourne gives another speech that deserves half a dozen Emmy nominations, and Shadeheader kills all of the Believers, with one crew learning the truth about who he is, and bowing. On the plus side, Murphy and Amori don't need to worry about the Believers coming to kill them, but now they have Shadeheader and one crew to deal with, which I'm sure they're just over the moon about. Anyway, this is the part where I cover the promo, so if you don't want any spoilers whatsoever for next episode, thank you for watching, and please make your exit now, and I will see you next week. Bye. So I haven't got a lot to say about the promo. It doesn't really have a massive amount of stuff to mention, but we see that it will primarily take place in the same place as it did this episode, with Clark and the group in Bardo, Hope still being in training, and Murphy and Shadeheader in Sanctum. We also see Cadigan talking about sacrifice with Gabriel, and with Gabriel donning the 3 symbols, meaning he's a level 3. We also see Levitt tied up. This could be really anywhere and anyone could have done this. It could be the Gem 9 containment and that's why they're freaking out about him being trapped, or Shadeheader could have made his way to Bardo. Or of course you've got the chance of a simulation. But I find it weird that Clark would be in this simulation, so probably not. Anyway everyone, thank you very much for watching. I'm very much looking forward to more Cadigan and Shadeheader next episode, with them really stealing the show in my opinion right now. But thank you, make sure to subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye!